Hello students, this is the first video of class 11th of subject BST. Before we start the business, we have to acknowledge some special information about our human needs, because we do any action relates our life, relates our livelihoods, and for satisfaction our desire, needs, requirements. So first of all, we will characterize the human needs in two parts. First one is material need and second social need. We have these two types of needs. Material need is a need which help us to make our living. And social need, you can say, which help us to maintain our standard in the society. Now, we will see human activities. It is an activity performed by human being to meet his or her needs and wants, or maybe for personal satisfaction. Human needs can be characterized as economic activities and non-economic activities. Economic activities are those activities through which we earn, we get monetary gain for our livelihood. So you can say, as a definition of economic activities, these are undertaken with an objective of earning money or financial gain. As for example, employment, if a person is employed anywhere, then he or she will get salary or daily wages. So here is a monetary gain. That's why this activity is economic activities, like doctors, lawyers, profession. These are the economic activities. And non-economic activities are influenced by love, sympathy, pleasure, etc. These are undertaken without any expectation of any kind of monetary reward or benefit. Now, types of economic activities, there are three categories: employment, second business, and third profession. Business refers to a regular activity of sales of goods and its motive is to earn profit maximization and later on the satisfy the human needs. In the behalf of profession, it is an occupation which involves rendering of personal services of a specialized nature, like medicine profession, law profession, teaching profession, blacksmith's profession, etc. Now, third category of economic activities is employment. Employment in which people work for others and get remunerated in return. People employed by the employer and called employees. Employees work as per contract of employment and are expected to provide services exclusively to the employer during the term of employment. Now, we will examine these all three categories, business, profession and employment, on the basis of mode of establishment, nature of work, main objectives, qualification, reward or return, investment, risk, scope of activities, transfer of interest and code of conduct. So first of all, we see on the basis of mode of establishment, business, it is the decision of the promoter and follow some legal formalities to start the business. For profession, one can practice a profession after getting membership and certificate of practice from respective professionals body. And for employment, any person can start employment after receiving letter of appointment and signing of employment contract. On the basis of nature of work is for business, production or purchase and sale of goods and services to satisfy human needs. And for profession, it involves providing a personalized expert service. And for employment, it involves performing all work as agreed in the service contract or job description. Main objective of business is to earn profit maximization. The objective of profession to provide professional service, and objective of employment to earn regular income and satisfy the employer. For qualification to business, there is no minimum qualification. There is no minimum qualification to required to start or carry the business activities. In profession, there is a requirement of professional educations, knowledge, training, etc. And for employment, there is also requirement of qualifications, training, experience as per the employer's requirement. Reward or return, you can say, profit or honors reward for business, and for profession there is a professional fee as a reward, and for employment there is a return or reward, salary or wages, you can say. Investment. In business, there is a requirement of investment which is arranged by the owners or promoter. For profession to get qualification, knowledge and training, there are little requirement of capital. In employment, there is no investment required. Now we will say risk. Risk is involved in business due to uncertainty of profit. And for profession, there is a moderate risk. And for employment, there is no risk because salary is fixed. A scope of activities. In business, there is an unlimited scope. Business grow with time and can be expanded or diversified. But professional growth is possible but limited it is. For employment, there is a limited scope of growth. Transfer of interest. Interest can be transferred in the business for profession. The transfer of interest is not possible. Doctor or lawyer or teacher cannot transfer the interest of their own to other. And for employment, here is also no any possibility to transfer the interest. Now we will see the last basis to comprise between business, profession and employment. This is the code of conduct and very important. For business, there is no prescribed code of conduct. For profession, here is a prescribed code of conduct by the respective professional body to be followed, like medicine professions guided by IMA, Indian Medical Associations. For lawyers, there is a lawyers associations. They are guided by this organization. They follow the code of conduct of their organization. And for employment, there is a need to follow the code of conduct as prescribed in the service contract. or as per the rules laid by the employer. Thank you. In next business, we will see concept of business.